think it is. Oh god, I'm scared. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Hey guys, it's me, Legend. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to be filming a video in general. Can I get a round of applause? I know y'all were about ready to hire a hitman. I'm here and I'm better than ever. Anyway, I'm here to film a life update, a very needed and I'm sure wanted from you guys life update. You know, y'all have had some questions, some concerns, and I'm here to answer them. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a video, because I promise I'm gonna be posting more. And don't skip those ads. So today is Monday, July 22nd. I know, just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. So July 20th, 2 days ago, I posted a little poll and I was like, hey guys, like, you know, put your little questions and concerns up here because I'm gonna post a video. So here I am. I'm ready and I'm super excited to answer you guys' questions. I was looking, you guys honestly have like the most creative minds in the world, because half the questions you guys ask, I'm like, I wouldn't have even thought of that, but here we are. So we've got a ton of questions. They just keep going. So let's get into it. Oh, it's still going. Okay. So we're gonna start from the bottom, and the first question is, what's your ethnicity? So my dad is 100% black. Obviously he's got like little, you know, what's the thing when you do like ancestry and you find like the, yeah, anyway, he's black, okay? And my mom is Hispanic. She's from Panama, so I identify as black and Hispanic. The next question says, how has life been? Girl, it's been up and down. You know, it's been chaotic, very busy with work actually, but it's been pretty good. I can't complain. I'm honestly like just really grateful for how life has been going the past couple months. Certain things that you see and you go through make you like look at life from a different perspective, and there's just been a lot of stuff that's happened in the past couple months that's made me like take a step back and like really look at like everything that I have, and I'm just like, it's good. Like, I have no reason to say life is bad. It's going great. Can't complain. The next question says, are you going to be more active when YouTube... Oh, that's not... Okay. Yeah, read, Legend. Are you going to be more active with YouTube when school starts back up? Obviously, like 9 times out of 10, my answer would be like, oh, I don't know. Yes. The answer is yes. And you're probably like, you sound pretty confident. I am confident. And you know why? On to the next question. You guys will understand in a second. Are you excited for junior year? Can we just take a moment of silence? No, drum roll. Guys! Next year, or next month, saying next year like I have time until I go back to school. No, babe, I go back to school next month. Next month, you guys will not be getting a first day of 11th grade get ready with me. Nope. You guys will be getting a get ready with me for my last first day, because I applied to graduate early and I got accepted. So your girl will be a senior next year. I will not be a junior. So I'll have plenty of opportunities to film more videos being a senior next year, with just more like, you know, fun to have. And you know, gotta pick up the camera and record so you guys can experience this last year of high school with me. So yes, I will be posting more, and yes, I'm ready to be a senior next year, not a junior. What would you have done differently going into 9th grade if you knew what you do now? Honestly, when I was fresh out of middle school, like summer before my freshman year, I always kind of had the mindset that like high school was gonna be easy, because I've always been like super good with academics and, you know, like grades and all, you know, all that. But I never really knew that like it did get harder. And obviously everybody has different opinions and experiences, but I always have heard like, oh, junior year is your hardest year. No, like senior year is your hardest year. In my mind, I'm like, okay, well, as the years go on, like it'll get more harder. So senior year is always like what comes to my mind when I think of a hard school year. But freshman year, you know, like I cheered my whole school year, so like it was just straight cheer and school. And as a freshman now, like if I had to compare then and now, it was a breeze. Like it was so easy for me. Like I was definitely busy, you know, but like it was easy. Sophomore year was honestly nothing like freshman year, and it wasn't like extremely difficult, but it definitely took a lot more like in me to like use my brain. And freshman year was literally just like nothing to me. Like it was super easy. So wait, what was the question again? What would I do differently? I would have not had that mindset of thinking that like everything was just gonna be like a breeze for like my first 2-ish years of high school, because you know, obviously, like, okay, coming out of middle school, all I'm really worried about is my freshman year. But no, I'm thinking about freaking 10 years from now. I'm overthinking all of it. So I was just like, oh, like this is gonna be easy, like I'm fine, I'm just gonna go the next, you know, 2-3 years, whatever, and then senior year is when I'll have to worry. I wasn't really thinking like deeper into it and like, okay, you know, like really be on top of your stuff, like, because it may be easy some days, but it may be hard other days. So I wish I would have like not really had that mindset. It didn't really like get to me or like affect me once sophomore year came, but I did just kind of realize like, oh, like this really does get like a little bit like you're not a freshman all 4 years of high school. Like it does get more difficult, especially with like my sophomore year. I did have like an AP class, and then I had an online class, and it was my math class at that, and then like it was a lot. So I would say, you know, don't be super comfortable in like the mindset of like, oh, this is gonna be fine, like it's gonna be easy. And not necessarily to say like don't stress, because you definitely should still have some worries and concerns, but don't literally stress and overthink everything at the same time. The next question says, do you have your license? I do. I took a behind the wheel, I think like a week after spring break in April, and it was 7 days long. I passed the test, and your girl has had her license for a good 3-4 months now. Honestly, I love having my license, but it gets really boring. I like went to a Sexy Red concert last night with my best friend, and I didn't get home until like after 1 in the morning, and it was like a good 40 minutes away from my house. So like driving through like tunnels and like traffic, like it's kind of just like, oh, and then I was tired. So I do have my license. It's pretty fun, like I'm like maybe one of like, how do I word this, because you know I don't really know how to talk. Out of like the variety of my friends, it's probably like me and like 2 other people that like have their license. So I'm like the one friend that's always like driving. Yeah, so it's fun, but like it gets kind of boring and tiring sometimes. And I don't have my own car, so I'll like go back and forth with using like my mom's car, my dad's car, and then like I have to pay for their gas sometimes. Not fun. What's the hardest thing about sophomore year? Honestly, like I said before, it just depends on people's experiences and their own opinions, because every school is different, every person is different, every class is different. For me personally, I probably would have to say my AP class. It wasn't like extremely difficult, but I did have to take an AP test at the end of the year, so it was also history at that. And it just wasn't like, it wasn't my specialty, to say the least. Like it wasn't my favorite class. Like, I don't want to air anybody out here, but it wasn't my favorite class overall. So it definitely wasn't like the most exciting part of my sophomore year. So I feel like that maybe would be like the hardest. It wasn't that anything was like too difficult for me. Obviously it was like more work and the classes were more challenging, but that just, I probably would have to say if I had to pick the hardest, it would be something like that. Why you take so long to make new videos? Girl, I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you. I mean, life's sometimes, and it definitely has been lifing since the last time I posted a video. So if that answers your question. Was it weird having a YouTube channel at a young age? Honestly, no. I don't even really think, and I feel like I've said this so many times because I can't stress it enough, that I never like saw myself getting to this point of like still filming videos at 16 and, you know, like having my videos monetized. Like I never really saw this like being my like future. And I started in 2016. So I was in elementary school, because one of my first videos was get ready with me for 5th grade. So I was in like the 3rd or 4th grade. 2016, what grade was I in? I would assume, oh, like 4th or 5th, yeah, something like that. It wasn't weird though. I think like back then it was more of like the thing, like YouTube. So like all I did was post, and I like recorded off of my phone, so there was no editing. Like the only editing I did was putting my intro and my outro in the videos. Like the videos were just straight cut, like you got the raw me, and that was it. And then I had people commenting under my videos because of, you know, not being monetized yet, so the whole like underage thing wasn't really like applied to me yet. So I had all these little like haters, like 10, 11, 12-year-olds commenting under my videos talking about something. Yeah, don't even get me started. It wasn't weird though. It wasn't weird, only because I didn't really think too deep into it. I was just doing it for fun, and I had no idea that I would end up where I am today. So I enjoyed it a lot, and I still do, but it wasn't weird. I think it's even better now, just kind of growing into it, like as time goes on. Like dang, like I started in 2016 and now I'm 16, still, you know, having, I would say still making videos, but still having a YouTube channel. The next question says, what is your playlist? I have 2 playlists, 3, because I have one specifically designated for Sexy Red, and they will all be linked down below for you guys to go ahead and share music with me, and for me to share music with y'all. I'm going to high school in September. Can you give me some advice? Honestly, just kind of like back to what I was saying as far as like what I wish I would have known back then. Don't really go into it stressing over everything. I feel like I've heard so many people say, and I can agree myself, that high school is probably one of like the best times of your life that you'll never be able to get back. So make friends, and you know, when you start to realize that some people aren't your friends, don't entertain it, you know, cut it off and move accordingly. Do what makes you happy, like look into sports, start thinking about what you want to do with your future. I know that high school is definitely the place that like kind of gets you like in an understanding of what you want to do with experimenting like certain classes and again sports. Don't stress, it's fun, it's very fun. And as crazy as it sounds with the whole like, okay, yes, it does get kind of harder as high school, you know, like goes on, it really is just school. Like think about like, you know, from elementary school to middle school, like every year was different, and you just kind of like evolved to like learning more stuff, and like, you know, it's school, so it's not like, oh my gosh, like this is so stressful, like I can't like mentally, physically. But you know, maybe it is that way for some people. I know people who have all AP classes and do 2-3 sports, like, so it just depends. But have fun, like literally just have fun. Go to homecoming, go to ring dance, prom, and pep rallies, football games, that like literally just enjoy yourself. Because the fact that I don't even think I've processed that I literally only have 1 year left of high school, I'm skipping a whole grade, like now I'm like, Legend, you have to do everything. Like you literally, I have senior pictures in 2 days, like you have to do everything, you have to have fun, like this is your last year of school, so do it all. Don't stress, like let everything work out the way that it's supposed to, and then, you know, it'll flow. Current favorite places to shop for clothes. Honestly, I've been on my Aerie and like American Eagle game for like a long time now. Pink as well, Lululemon. I'm trying to look at my other clothes right now on my rack. I am loving Essentials. They've got a big sale going on right now, so you guys go buy you some Essentials clothes. I like PacSun as well, and Target. Target always has cute little like tube tops and crop tops for like summer. They have the cutest bathing suits. So yeah. This next question says, are you playing any sports for your junior year? Obviously, you know, you guys were not aware, but my senior year, I will not. No. Are you excited for this upcoming school year / how is school going? I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I literally have been like honestly stressing myself out just a little bit, and I know I'm like telling you guys not to stress, but I've honestly been stressing myself out a little bit with like skipping a whole grade level and not really like knowing if I will be on track with everything like all the other seniors. Like I literally missed the senior pictures at my school, but thankfully the company like does it to where you can go to any school in the district and still like take your senior pictures as long as you tell them like, hey, I go to this school. So I take senior pictures on Wednesday, and super excited. Can't wait to take like actual senior pictures with like, because this one's for like the yearbook, but other like pictures for like my family to like send them out to and like post for like senior Sundays. Very excited for that. Very excited to do all the senior things, like drive myself to school in the morning and go to all the games and homecoming. Our like, what's it called, like spirit week for like homecoming, and then we always do one for like basketball season too, like pep rallies and all the other stuff. Our school is very like spirited, so or my school I should say. So I'm excited for just like all the fun like senior things. I don't know, I feel like if I was a junior I'd probably be like, oh, like it's literally just gonna feel like any other year. I feel like junior year is such an awkward year. Like freshman year, super excited. Sophomore year, you're like, okay, like I'm a big dog now, like I'm not a freshman. Like that's literally how all sophomores think. I'm sorry, I probably thought like that too in the first like 2 weeks, and then I got over it, like okay, I'm not a freshman anymore. But like junior year is such like you're ready to get out of there, and like senior year is like the year of fun, I feel like. So I am excited. And school, obviously not in school right now, but the past, you know, couple months that I was in school not too long ago, it was going pretty well. So yeah. How bad did your spine tat hurt? So by the time this video is up, I probably won't have my vlog up of when I got my spine tattoo, but obviously all of you guys have already seen that I do have a spine tattoo. My shirt right now is like not gonna show it because it's like, oh, did you hear my back? Okay, oh well, you can't see it, but there's a picture, and I know you guys have already seen it on my story. A lot of you guys have asked me about my, you know, pain and everything. I went into it thinking that like, okay, you know, it's gonna feel like any other tattoo or the one that I do have, but just slightly different because it's in a different place. And I will say that overall the pain was about an 8.5. And I have a very high pain tolerance. I have shading like in my entire tattoo, and the significance, because I know a lot of you guys have asked, I have 2 flowers, a primrose and a larkspur, and they're my parents and my brother's birth flowers. But I have a lot of shading in the flowers, so I feel like if it wasn't for the shading I would have said like a 4, because when she first started, like just like the outline in general, I was like okay. And it literally felt the same with like the words on my arm for the first tattoo I got. Like it just kind of feels like, the best way I can describe it is literally like a thumbtack, like scraping against your skin. But once she started like shading like in the same area, I was like, oh my god. Like, and again, my pain tolerance is very high. Closer to the top of my neck, I was like literally like, she's like, don't glitch up, like relax. And I'm like, girl, I can't, like it hurts. So oh, I don't know, like certain areas, the outlining was a 4, easy, could literally do that all day every day. The shading, certain areas at most 8.5 out of 10, and then other areas of shading were probably like a 5. So it was worth the pain though. Can you speak Spanish? Unfortunately, I cannot. My mom is the only, my mom, my grandmother, and my aunt are the only like fluent like Spanish speakers in my family. Plans after you graduate. I've always thought of 1,000,001 different things, but for probably about a good year or 2 now, I've been into sonography and like radiology stuff. So that's the plan, and hopefully it goes as planned. The next question says, how old are you? I'm 16 and I will be 17 November 26th. So a lot of you guys asked me this next question and I never know how to respond, but it says, what did you ask for when you got your hair dyed? So I actually have a hair appointment August 14th, like right before school. And okay, my hair's wet now so it looks dark, but my hair, I got it done like 2 months ago, like completely blonde. Like probably have this much of my roots left, and obviously like I'm a natural, like it's not super brunette, it's honestly like a little closer to black, to be honest. Not like jet black, but my hair's pretty dark. But I got it like very like blonde, like white, like platinum looking, and it's already grown out. So the plan is to go back dark and get some like honey blonde like highlights here and there. When I had my blonde in there, I never know the difference between highlights and a balayage, but I literally just asked for like blonde, like a blonde balayage, I guess. And I liked it like closer to like the back of my hair, like as close to my roots as possible, but not like dyeing my whole head, like money pieces and like the back of my head. So like when my hair's up, you can see like the blonde kind of coming through. I really like the blonde everywhere, but my hair's like dying, and it gets still pretty curly, not as curly as it like used to be, but it's definitely dying. So we're gonna go back to the dark, so I'm not dyeing it blonde all the time. Do you plan on getting more tattoos? Absolutely. When I got my first one, I was like, girl, like this is nothing. When I got the second one, I was like, I don't know, but I like the pain. Like I said, the pain was worth it. I have so many other ideas. I want to get a matching tattoo with my mom and my dad and my brother. I want to get one on my leg, behind my ear. Like, don't even get me started. I definitely want more. Do you plan on going to college / what do you want to be? So I did answer the, you know, plans after graduation, you know, sonography, radiology. I'm definitely leaning a little bit more towards sonography because they're not the same thing. I do want to go to college. I have always been super on and off. I feel like I've probably like randomly said this in a few videos back then, but like I never was really certain on going to college, and I still like have it as a plan, but as far as what I want to do, it's not necessary to go to college. I don't really want to go to college where I live. I'm not 100% sure on what exactly I'm doing as far as college once I get out of school. I know what I want to do, but I have plenty of different like ways that I could really work out my future once I graduate. So I'm not like set in stone on a final decision yet, but I definitely have some thoughts. So I do want to go to college, but like I said, it's not necessary for what I want to do. And if I don't have to go to college and pay for stuff like regarding college, then I'm not gonna do it. So what is your curly hair routine? I did post a curly hair routine probably like a good year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, and it's been the exact same. I haven't really done much. The only thing that I've changed is kind of doing some more like hair masks, as far as like when I'm in the shower, and then like after I'm in the shower, like the ones that you kind of like sit in your hair for a little while, just so that my curls can kind of come back a little more. It's still very curly. Y'all should see my hair last night at the Sexy Red concert. My hair was, oh my gosh. But my curly hair routine's been the same, so if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Wow. Well, considering I turned 17 this year, in 10 years I'll be 27, 26 going on 27. I see myself hopefully married. Oh my gosh, what the freak? Hopefully married, and obviously I know like life is life, so I may plan out certain things, and I never know what's gonna happen in the next 10 years, but hopefully the way I envision my life is to be married. At least max I want 2 kids, but if I'm 26, 27, I want to have at least 1 by then. I don't want to have any kids in my 30s. That's always been like my thing. Not that 30s and up is old, but just a personal preference. Do not want kids in my 30s. Married, kids, living in Florida, Florida or OBX or New York, and probably still doing YouTube. Financially stable, mentally stable, just in a good place with my family, and I guess a little not famous, but you know, kind of known. How about that? Oh, and 2 dogs. So a lot of questions is just kind of like what I want to do after high school, college, majoring and everything. So obviously you guys know like sonography and possibly college, but as far as my major, it would be in diagnostic medical sonography. What camera do you use? I still use the same camera. I think I've had this camera since 2018, 2019, because I got it for Christmas. But it's a Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II. Are you going to make a first day of school get ready with me this year? Absolutely. I feel like I cannot like stress this enough. I'm already in the part of my summer where I'm starting to see like get ready with me's for like the first day of school on TikTok and stuff, because everybody like around the world goes to school and like gets out at different times. I don't know how people are going to school like early mid-July like already. I get out of school like the 2nd week of June, but I go back like a week before September, so it's like late August. No, it's like early late August. It's like, I think this year's like the 26th or something, but I don't think you guys understand how excited I get like for back to school time. Not to go back to school, but for like that video, like specifically like last year I had my video planned out to the T. Like I was like lining everything up on my dresser for the first day. Like I had all my school, so I was ready. I was so ready and I was so excited only to film the video. So this year I'm excited. I'm so excited because like I said, I feel like if I was a junior I would have just been like, okay, but like as a senior, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Like I feel like it's not even necessarily like, oh my gosh, I'm a senior, the freedom, but like the freedom of being a senior and like I said, like getting to drive myself to school, like, and towards like the end of the school year, like May, June, like once I had got my license, I was driving myself like to and from school sometimes, but like this time, like it's different. Like the whole atmosphere and the thought of being a senior, it just makes me like want to cry of like happy tears. So yes, I will be filming that video. Yes, you guys will be getting it. And yes, I'm excited. Biggest ick. Ick as in like guys. I'm going to assume that that's what that person is asking. It's definitely not having like the best hygiene. That and not having like goals for yourself, like aspiring to be something in the future. Like we can't just be 16 and 17 just sitting here acting like we don't have, you know, not that much longer to figure out what we want. We don't have all the time in the world. So favorite store? Target. 110%. What's your goals when you graduate? Honestly, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I feel like I said before, I'm probably talking in circles regarding like after graduation. A lot of these questions have been about school and like my future, but my goals just in general is to be happy and, oh my gosh, financially stable. I cannot like even bear to think or view what my life would be like if I wasn't financially stable, and that will not be happening because I'm not letting it happen. Happy and financially stable in whatever I decide to do. Any advice for making / keeping friends? I feel like I keep making friends that don't stick around. So for me personally, I have always been the type of person, like, if you do me wrong, I'm still like gonna stick beside you, because that's just kind of like how, not necessarily that I've been like raised to, oh, if somebody, you know, does you badly, like it's okay, like let it, no, it's more so just kind of like the heart that I have. And everybody makes mistakes, like I've messed up as a friend, like I've done things too, but as time has went on, like I've realized that you can kind of read and observe people and tell like when they're really genuine and when they're not. So as far as keeping friends, keep the ones around that you can tell like, okay, like they're really like a ride or die for me. And if you don't have like that friend, don't search for them. Don't go out, oh, like, do you check off these boxes for, like, no. Like a real like genuine and natural person will kind of come to you and you'll latch together and you'll bond and you'll be great friends. But don't force friendships, don't force relationships. If somebody does you wrong, you can, you know, what is it, like kill them with kindness? It's corny, but it's really like a real thing. Like I can love you and wish you nothing but the best, but from a distance, because if you don't bring me like positivity and good love and a good friendship, then I don't need you in my life and I don't need you around me. So I feel like I've really only had like a few friends that I've kept from like school, like Marley, you know, I met her in school. Jenna, I met her in school. Like the other friends that I have that I've met from school are more so like associates. All of my other like genuine friends were just kind of out of like other like situations and scenarios and things like that. But 9 times out of 10, you're not always gonna meet like your real like genuine friends from like high school, just because of how high school is and like how people can be when it comes to high school, and people definitely change. Yeah, just don't force friendships, you know. Keep the ones around that you know, like you feel comfortable with, they make you feel safe. Healthy relationships are important. If you can communicate effectively with somebody, if you guys have trust, if you respect each other, like that's all you need. You don't need 10 friends. You have one real friend, that's it. So if somebody does you wrong, don't ever like allow them to think that it's okay for them to just walk all over you and do you bad. It's okay to give second chances, but after so long, like there's only but so much any person can take. So keeping friends isn't always like a thing that you automatically know how to do, but reading and observing how people act towards you. But you can kind of tell sometimes. It's not really about like really thinking that deep into it and like seeing if somebody, you know, is like a bad person. But again, everybody makes mistakes, so it just kind of depends on the person and the situation. But you know, don't force any friendships. You're the prize. Why did you choose your tattoo? The significance is, you know, my parents and my brother's birth flowers. So knew I had to get something once I got my first tattoo, and like knew that my parents were okay with me getting tattoos at my age, that I was gonna like need to get something representing, you know, my loved ones. What is your subscriber goal? Honestly, I don't necessarily have like a set goal of like how many subscribers I want. I could sit here and have 30,000 for the rest of my life, and as long as I'm making videos that 30,000 people love and enjoy, that's all that matters. Are we getting a back to school supply video? Honestly, I literally, okay, I bought so, no, I didn't buy, my parents bought so many like things for, you know, my school supplies. I didn't even use half of it for some reason last year, and I don't know if it's just like a sophomore thing or what, but almost all of my teachers had like our notes as like note packets. So they would print out like note packets for each individual student for every different unit. So I never even used like notebooks. I was just using like pens and pencils and highlighters, and I used like one notebook, and it was for my English class. Like, since when I need to take notes in English? But probably. I don't really know that I'll need a whole bunch of like school supplies this year as a senior. I'm already like, I literally was already thinking about like, what the heck like school supplies do seniors like use? Like, so I already told myself I'm gonna get like 1 or 2 like 3 to like 5 subject notebooks and some pens and some pencils. So possibly, I don't really know what school supplies I need this year, but maybe if I get like some cute like stuff from Target or something, I'll like do a video. Have you ever snuck out? No, I love my parents too much and they would probably kill me, so. But if I did, they wouldn't know, so no, I'm just kidding. Have you ever been to a party? If you know, you know. I have. They have the little like bottle emoji. I have definitely been to some. Where do you get your swimsuits? They're cute as a lot. Okay, wait, let me look. Actually, this like one top is from Target. I've got some in here from like Shein. 9 times out of 10 all my ones are from Target. I have some from American Eagle and like Aerie. So yeah, that's where I get them from. What's your dream college? Guys, y'all are gonna be like, you're generic as I don't know what, but I've always loved Florida, like literally always loved Florida, and I've never really known like any schools out there until I started seeing, how do you do it? The U all on TikTok. But I actually really like that school, and I know one person that I went to high school with that just got like accepted to go there like through a scholarship. So that's definitely like my dream school, or probably NYU. I really love New York, but it's not hot all year round like Florida, so definitely one of those. What makeup products do you use? Ever since I made my makeup routine video, it's honestly been the same. It hasn't really changed. I like Drunk Elephant because that's literally all I use during the summertime to get my like tan to like match my face, because all my Tarte and Florence as well, that's why I use concealers, they don't match. My winter color and my summer color is nowhere near the same. I like Too Faced, I like Rem. What else have I been using? Pixie. I like my telescopic and Sky High like mascaras. Yeah. Where is your jewelry from? 9 times out of 10 I get my jewelry, some things I have from like TJ Maxx or Target, but my more like real jewelry is from Piercing and Pagoda and Pandora. My grandmother gets me jewelry, like international jewelry, is that what it's called? Like just like from out of the country. Some Kate Spade jewelry, Kendra Scott, love her jewelry. I have her necklace on right now. Michael Kors, Tory Burch for sure. Yeah. How has your summer been? I was just telling Marley about this, and I think Jenna too, but this has probably been like one of the most like unexpected summers, like, which is how everything's kind of been the past few months, but it's definitely been the best. Like, I've literally, like, I don't know if it's because I've had my license or because I have a job, but this is literally my 2nd summer having the same job and just having like money all the time. But like all I do is like hang out with my friends and drive everywhere and go, like I just have so much fun. I have so much fun, and I'm so happy. My summer's been great. Have you traveled anywhere interesting since the last time you posted? The last time I posted was in like March or April, and the only place I went to was OBX, but I love OBX, so yes. What's something you genuinely enjoy? Food. Food and sleeping. Where are you from? I'm from Virginia. Boring, I know. Do you want to do YouTube full-time when you're older? Full-time, not sure. I definitely don't want to like stop, but as far as like full-time, I don't necessarily know like what my future will look like to a T, but videos won't be stopping. It probably won't be like all day every day, but it won't be every 3 months. So if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I wish my hair was longer. I just cut it. So summer, fall, or winter? Honestly, when it's summer, sometimes I wish it was winter because it's so hot, but I have great summers. Then when it's winter, I love the winter, but I wish it was summer because it's cold, you know, so I wish it was hot. But as like a season, fall, because of my birthday. I don't know, it's so weird. Like my summers are always great, and then like September, October, November, like it's kind of like the homecoming season, my birthday, Thanksgiving, like Uggs and Starbucks. Like I love that time of year. And then like December, you know, Christmas. Nobody really cares about spring, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it just kind of depends on my mood, but I'm definitely like a summer girl, but I really like fall too. If you never started doing YouTube, what else would you be doing? Probably nothing. I would probably, my life I feel like would just be the exact same, just minus the YouTube, like working and cheer in school. Probably would have looked into like maybe another way to like, you know, make money, like if I wasn't really doing YouTube, because, you know, sure, a job is nice, but it's like I don't really like getting up and going to work all the time. So this one's not a question, but it says, I love your personality, you seem like such a genuine person. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. How do you grow your hair so fast? To be honest, I really don't know. Like I just got my hair done, like I said, like 2 months ago, and it used to be down to like my butt, and I cut it to up here, and it's definitely grown. I feel like it was probably like here when I first got it done, so it's growing. It's still not the healthiest right now because of all the heat I've been putting to it and dyeing it, but regardless, it still manages to grow. So I don't really understand how, like, I think now it's taking a little bit longer. Again, it's literally only been like 2 months since I cut it, but probably not even. I think I got it done in, or no, was I still in school? Maybe like the end of May, early June. But I don't know. I don't take vitamins. I don't do anything to it. I literally have no idea. I think I don't really know like what it's called within like my body, but like my nails grow super fast and my hair. So I honestly don't know. I don't know. But as far as now, I do, like, I miss my long hair. Like I hate it being short, to be honest. Like I miss it so much. So I may start taking some vitamins. They have like scalp oils too that you can do to like help your hair grow, or like rice water. I've heard so many different things, but I don't do anything for it to grow. It just kind of grows like this naturally. Would you recommend getting a big tattoo or a small one for a first tattoo? Like I said, everybody's pain tolerance is different, so I guess it just kind of depends. But as you know, you guys know, my arm tattoo was my first, and it was pretty easy and simple for a first. Depending on your pain tolerance, I feel like a small one, I mean, would be fine. I honestly feel like a big one isn't bad, but it's shading for me that like feels like that's what causes the pain. So it just depends, but I was happy with the pain level of my first one, so I feel like it's just kind of preparing me for maybe different pieces that I'll get in the future. I guess it just depends. Next one says, how do you like cheering? I'm considering I don't cheer anymore. We can put that to the side, but for the fact that I did cheer just about all my life, I liked it. It was pretty cool. It just kind of depends on, like, I don't know if this question is more so like asking about my high school experience. I cheered when I was all, you know, like younger throughout elementary school, and then like rec league when I was in middle school, and my first year for high school cheering wasn't until I was a freshman. I mean, all my experiences were fine. Everyone was completely different, but I like cheering. It's cool, but I just think that a lot of stuff has like happened, and knowing that, you know, senior year I'm sure will just kind of be a little bit different for me and more chaotic. Cheering is not like my main priority. Do you get your highlights done often? I feel like every time I do get my hair done, it's like a designated time that it's supposed to be, considering how I get it done and like the dye, and I think it's like every like 6 to 8 weeks. Any new shoes in your collection? I got some chunky Vans. I don't know what they're called. I think they're just the new school Vans, but I got some cute little Vans. Hopefully I can do a little like back to school like video for like a haul of like clothes and shoes. I've never done one of those, I don't think. Maybe like 1 year, like a long time ago, because I definitely have some shoes that I have in mind for this upcoming school year. What is a goal you want to achieve soon within your personal growth? I want to be a little bit more emotionally regulated when it comes to hard and tough situations and conversations. I am a very emotional person, and it's more so like not necessarily anger built up in me, but 9 times out of 10 if I'm crying, I'm mad. And obviously I cry when I'm, you know, sad too, but I'm a very emotional person. So when it comes to like conversations and I just like hear something that triggers me or upsets me and I get mad, I just cry, and I'm like, okay, like I don't want to talk anymore, and I shut down, and then I say things I don't mean, and I get all aggressive and all this other stuff. So being emotionally regulated is very important, like very, very, very important, because things aren't always going to happen how you want them to, and I've just tried to like really install that in my own head and like learn that sometimes it's okay to like just be calm and like listen to what other people have to say and be understanding when it comes to tough situations. So being emotionally regulated, like I said, is very important, and I am growing on fixing that. So did braces hurt? Y'all, I miss my braces. I still like think about braces all day every day. I wish I had them, and I wear my retainers, I'm supposed to, every night, but sometimes I like forget like a day or two, so I wear them like all throughout the day for like a couple days in a row. Obviously I like take them out and clean them, but I wish I still had them because they really didn't hurt to me unless I got them tightened, and even then like it wasn't like a really bad like pain. When I got power chains, it was a little bit more tighter like on my teeth because it literally was like pulling your teeth together, but it wasn't like ever super painful. So I've got spams from Marley right now. I think she misunderstood the put your questions in the box because she said the 21 Savage video, questions and answers with my best friend Marley. Jenna is also in here because I told her someone asked a really weird and personal, odd freaking question, and she said, I love you, screw the weirdos in here. I love you. Is Leishelle the coolest stud ever? No. And are you ready for senior year? As Leishelle asked as her second question. I'm ready. Very ready. Born ready. How are oh wait, this is from Olivia. How are your curls so healthy but you straighten your hair every day? Drop the routine, baby. The routine is still the same, girl. And the last non-question is these nuts from Christina. So hello Christina, if you're watching this video. Knowing her, she's probably not. Anyway, I hope that answered you guys' questions. And no freaking way my camera just died. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope that answered, like I was trying to say, all of you guys' questions and concerns. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.